Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Unfortunate. That's a rough situation to try to pull sellers into giving stuff they don't want to do. But it'll work out.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'll figure it out.
All right. Well, it's Friday. Let's hear from you. What are your wins, your celebrations, something you're proud of? Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Audra. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Fabi. Good morning, Caitlin. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Serena.
I talked to my seller and we're doing a price reduction because of everything we've talked about. Yes, praise.
So what you're saying is what we talked about the last couple of days have helped. Hear from you. What are your wins?
Absolutely, 100%. Thank you.
Good. Pat, what else?
I went on a listing appointment yesterday, and that was cool.
Good.
I think it went well. I had one objection. It was more of just like, oh, like a year ago, I had somebody come in and give me a different price. No commissions, no repairs, no nothing, just a cash offer. The property, the price they gave her was like 530,000. And I was like, you're leaving so much money on the table. And then I explained to her why.
Of course.
And then I showed her all the stuff.
Well, good.
Oh,
Wait, Fabi, did you hear back from your agent yet?
no, ghost me.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. I followed up with him, after our call, and I was like, I assume that you're, not going to be responding or to have moved on, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm going to talk to her at 7. She's out of town. I was like, just thinking like you're not going to get back to us. So, I'm going to do an open house this weekend, and
You're all get out of here, you stink. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, what other wins?
I'm also thinking.
Fabi, I think we're losing you. You're a still picture on my screen.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that's my phone or you guys heard.
I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. I'm connected to my hotspot, so that could be the thing.
Okay. Well, go again. You had something to say.
I was just thinking how if we did accept this offer, like the communication of this agent would be bad because I already don't like it.
I mean, that's part of the process is if you don't like the way someone's handling communication now, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Well, what other wins we're going to celebrate before we jump in our Friday tasking?
I'm going to be holding an open house today for my home. I went to the neighbors to ask about the price. What do they think about the price? And they said it seems to be priced right. So I'm going to see what kind of traffic I get today.
Okay.
Open house today and tomorrow.
I learned a lesson yesterday. Yesterday you might have noticed I had my camera off, and that's because I wasn't ready. I had to get ready. That's because I deviated from my regularly scheduled program. I thought that since my client was going out of town, I could take a leisurely morning. But she texted me asking me to go see a property before her flight, so I wasn't ready. And it was a lesson on like sticking to my calendar. And if I want to be the agent if I want to be like a really successful agent, I need to really stick to my calendar. And I had a coaching session later on that day, and that was the theme of the coaching session. Like if I want to hit a certain threshold and get to the next level, I need to be at a certain standard, and I wasn't yesterday. And today I made it a point to get ready, even though I didn't want to. But I need to uphold myself to that standard and live and die by the calendar.
And that's a part of it. We talk about time blocking a lot on those calls, and because that's the crux of your business is your schedule is probably the most important things that you need to do, and everybody else is going to try to get on that schedule.
Mhm.
Because in their eyes, what they need is way more important than what you've got planned.
Yeah.
So that's a great lesson. I'm glad that you're kind of stiffening your lip to it, right? Your default is no. Like Kristen Cole taught us, it was you know what, put me down for a no, and if that changes, I'll get back to you.
Mhm.
That's the truth. I say no to a lot of things now. Mostly my kids, but it works. So, all right. What conversation topics or objections you guys want to work on today? It's the best conversation topic and objection we can work on, setting you up for success this weekend. Or we're just going to quietly look at each other and smile. Well, the three of us that are on camera. You guys look great. You look fantastic.
My house in the market.
Again, please.
My house thing on the market, and you told me that this price would bring in multiple offers. Why is it not bringing multiple offers?
Let's look at it. You're right. We did talk about the exercise of pricing to get multiple offers.
Yeah.
But here's the reality. The market dictates the price. How long have you been on the market? I don't know
10
why your
days.
hotspot hates you so much. Turn your camera off.
I know.
Well, I love that you're trying to be on camera today. Thank you for being on camera today. But let's save your bandwidth a little bit. Hopefully that'll help.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can. So. Nope, can't hear nothing. Did we lose her? Logging off, logging back in.
We're firing on all cylinders this morning.
Yeah. Okay, well, next. I am trying out something new this morning. I have this little.
Standing.
Do you know what it is?
You're on your treadmill.
I am. Something's grinding like a motherfucker down there, though. I'll tell you what. I don't know what's going on, but.
Was this a big Dan Caldwell sized treadmill? Or is this a normal person treadmill?
It's up to 400 pounds, so
Oh,
we'll see.
my nutrition plan starts today.
Awesome. Because you had your first meeting with your bodybuilding coach.
Well, not bodybuilding, but yeah. But yeah, that. And she said, let's start nutrition today because she didn't have the macros for the Dutch Brothers muffin top that I had yesterday.
Funny. Well, good. I mean, how are the rest of you doing on your 66-day commitments? I love that Christina actually texted me yesterday about mine. She's like, "Where are your steps at today?" And well, they are super low compared to
Where'd
where
they end up?
So pulling that up. No, it's not 4,000. I missed it yesterday. I got home and was not feeling well, so like fucking lazy day. So that's why today is starting on treadmill because I'll be on this thing for the next 55 minutes. Which will be interesting because that'll put me well over my number for the
We're
day.
gonna call you. I don't care. Shit like that don't move me, Chet.
Do you guys know that on iPads, or not iPads, but Apple devices, you can pull up your phone right there on the computer? Yeah, 3,965. I was 35 away from my goal yesterday. My count was off when I went to bed. It was over 4,000, but it always reduces down. And I thought I'd given myself enough buffer, but you can only walk around the driveway in your socks at 9 o'clock at night before the neighbors start calling somebody. So.
With a van with padded interior?
Yeah, just hugging myself for the whole day. So I will definitely make up for that today. But Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone else see, like, we're 2 weeks into this, right? This is the end of week 2. If you look at the business week of how's it feel? Are you seeing other things in your life that matter now that didn't? Other things that you're kind of tracking and looking at and wanting to improve on that you didn't before?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm adding a layer to like the journaling, adding, did I mention this already? Like gratitude to it. And then I'm adding, for my visualization, I'm adding, I guess, where I want to be with my business. I need to solidify that more, I guess. Not I guess, I know I need to solidify that more to strengthen that. So making this stronger, so that I can have a better outcome.
I really do believe in the what you track, what you measure can be improved.
Yeah.
And if you're not tracking your daily KPIs, these are your key performance indicators. These are the phone calls you're making, the contacts you're having, the people you're talking to, what you're talking about. If you're not tracking it and measuring it, how can you grow it?
Yeah.
I know people that do body competitions, they talk about macros, and most of us don't even know what macros are, but there's macros in your business too. What are you doing? What are the results? Just like what are you eating? What is the results? So let's go back to that. What are you tracking or what are you not tracking that if you started tracking today would be a benefit for your business?
Right. So my main lead generation lever is open houses. And like I would generally just track my conversations and stuff, but I need to be more granular with the open houses, like the door knocking, the conversations. Like I need to be like, how many transactions am I closing from the open houses? Like more granular with that, I suppose. Right. So like what am
Joanne,
I
you-
saying? Like how many appointments am I closed? Like I don't know. I feel like I need more granular with that since it's my main lead generation lever. Like am I closing, like I feel like my scripts need to be stronger there too. Like I don't know. I need to think on it more, I suppose. But I feel like it needs to be stronger in that way.
like when people come in to the open house?
Yeah, like when people come in too. Like I've
What's
noticed
your-
a lot more people come in. I've been putting out 20 signs. I used to do 10. I'm getting more people come in because I put out 20 now. So
What's your
it's been more
capture
successful.
rate of people that come in, like of getting their contact information or having something come from their visit?
Oh, I get all of it. I get all of it because the way I do it. I use like, yeah, I get maybe 99%.
What do you do?
Of
Can you
everybody.
share what you do, like what you say or how you are so successful with capturing that?
Because I use NLP. I stand by the door and then
Neuro-linguistic programming, like that?
yeah. Yeah.
Hack my brain, Joanne.
just
Tell
think-
me. Okay.
I stand by the door. I say, "Hi, I'm Joanne," and I introduce myself, and they're kind of forced to tell me their name. "Hi, I'm Christina." I'm like, "Oh, what's your last name, Christina?" And they tell me, and then I'm gonna check you in, and then I do not look them in the eye because, oh, actually, I skipped a part. I don't let them check themselves in. I use an iPad and I check them in manually. I feel like that's a little bit more warmer. And I don't give them the power to check themselves in. I do it myself. So I don't look them in the eye because liars like to look you in the eye. So I don't make any eye contact. So they buckle and they tell me their real information. I'm like, "Oh, what's your phone number?" And then they tell me. And then I say, "What's a good email?" And I make sure to include the word good. And they tell me. And 99% of the time, it's correct.
because I was really tired of people giving me false information. And that was when I allowed them to check themselves in. I gave them the power to type it in, or I gave them the power to write it in. So when I switched to this method, 99% accuracy, and I would check it afterwards by sending video messages, and I would very rarely get a kickback. I always got 100%, like it never was fake.
You send video messages via email?
Just text right
Oh,
after.
okay.
Hi,
Like,
I'm
thanks for
Joanne.
stopping by.
I want to thank you for coming by. If you have any questions, want to make an offer, or want to see another home in the area, please reach out.
That's
So
awesome.
after I started doing this, 99% accuracy. Just make sure, just don't look them in the eye. They will give you 100%, like most of the time, 99% accuracy. I've
So
been
what
doing
happens
this
when
for
you
2 years.
So then do you ever find yourself, because here's my challenge, like if it's a busy open house, I'm off with somebody else and then I'm missing people.
Oh, I
that come
stand by
in.
the door. I stand by the door, and if there's a line, there's a line.
But I mean, you don't leave the door to go tour them around, show them anything.
No, I do that because I just check them in, and they just forget that it's awkward in the beginning. I let them tour the house to kind of I guess drop their guard, and I have the conversation later when they come back,
How much rapport
and then
are
I
you building with
try
these
to get an
people?
appointment later. Huh?
How much rapport are you building with these people?
I build it after they drop the guard, when they walk around.
Okay.
I
So
talk
after
to them
you get all their,
'cause they forget after I check them in that I was like that. And I joke around, and I joke around afterwards. They forget that I was like that in the beginning.
I asked that question because it's super important that you're building rapport, because that's the whole point of being at the open house, is to be there, meet people.
Oh yeah, I'm super friendly when I do it. Like I'm not like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "Hi, I'm Joanne. How are you doing? What's your name?" Like I'm super friendly when I
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
I wouldn't.
I'm not
I wouldn't think
like,
you'd be a
you can't
curmudgeon
come
at
in.
all. Who's that lady from Monsters Inc. that sits at the counter?
Oh, Roz.
Yeah, I'm watching you. Right? No, that's not you.
Actually, you know,
I've heard
I do it.
two different worlds of thought around that. And I love this conversation because it's going to be a good thing for you guys. Is I've had people that are super focused on getting everyone that walks in signed up, their name, phone number, contact email, and which is great if you have some golden follow-up. And I'm talking like top shelf, amazing follow-up, because you're building that rapport over time. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Or the people that don't worry about them signing in or like have a signing sheet, and great, but you're catching everybody, you're making friends, you're making them feel welcome, and then you earn the right to get their information directly into your phone.
Yeah.
so that's me. The second one is me.
That's okay. There's no perfect way of doing it, but what I want to tell you is track it. Talk to them. How many people came in? How many people did you talk to? How many people did you get phone numbers, emails, addresses, information on? Put it in your database, go back to it. The second part of that is follow-up exists in both worlds. You can have a stellar first engagement and never call them again, and what happens?
Totally lose them. Waste of time.
Yeah, it's like a one-night stand. You just feel awkward afterwards. You're like, it's been so long, I probably shouldn't call them.
It's a good analogy.
Yeah, I've regretted it when I don't get the contact information. Like
Yeah.
I tried it like last week, and I regretted it. And because I couldn't get it afterwards. I didn't know how to function because I've been operating this way all this time. I didn't know how to get it the other way around.
And it's totally
so it was hard for my
totally
brain to flip.
It's totally okay.
Sounds like great.
Just that's how you operate. But I want you to know, you got to set up a stellar follow-up plan. And either camp, whatever you nest, as long as you're creating good rapport, you're having good conversations, you got their contact information, put them in the database and do a great job following up. You can build a ton of rapport after the fact. But it's got to be an 8x8, right? 8 contacts in 8 days. And then 8 contacts in 8 weeks. Like, you're building a memorable motion. And if you don't create that motion to start with, you're dead in the water. So if open houses is your number one lead generation, I want you to track every metric possible. Who came in? Where'd you put the signs at? What worked better? And then small adjustments on every open house. And then what does that look like when you're looking at business review and going, okay, I did X amount of open houses. I did X amount of things. I changed this one variable and things got better. Right? I stapled my business card to a bag of popcorn and said, hey, thanks for popping by, and hand out some popcorn. I only say that because I know Christina does that. I saw it at one of her open houses.
I was
That's
snack,
kind of funny.
I was snack shamed once. Depends on the area. Oh my god, I was snack shamed.
You were snack shamed?
What is snack shaming?
Well, because it was like in this $1 million area and I was serving like Milano cookies. I thought that was fancy enough, but no, that's not good for your body because you have to treat your body like a temple.
Bitch,
And
I
we don't
treat
put
my
those
body like a
in our
joke.
body.
Probably gonna outlive you.
I know.
You just tell them you
Yeah.
thought this would be their cheat day.
I know.
Oh,
I should have.
For your cheat day.
Make them green juice.
Yeah, some green juice. But what do we do if we handle multiple parties? Okay. That was a good chat and crazy put in there. What do we handle with multiple parties?
Oh.
You create the line.
If I know it's going to be busy, I will bring a lender or another agent.
I love having company at an open house. Other agents, a lender, a title person, something. Have a home inspector go with you.
Home inspector.
Right? Home inspector, right? Pretty much anyone in the vertical of real estate will go with you to an open house because they want to talk to more people, they want to have more opportunities, they want to create some business. Maybe just have them come with you for the first hour. Or if you know the traffic pattern of this house and you get super busy around 1 o'clock, just have them show up at 12:45. Hey, can you be there from 12:45 to 1? Or 12:45 to 2? Or hey, can you come with me the whole day?
You know what I just thought about is like doing I know we've talked about making open houses an event, but like not just for our clients, just like putting it out there, like a Facebook event, partnering with a lender and doing like a home buying 101 or something and like have that be the open house.
How could you market that? I love this train of thought. I hope you guys are following along. If not, you're taking a nap on a Friday morning. It's fine. You're losing some gold.
I guess you could do that, market it through your database, through your other agents in the market center. You could do it through Facebook events. Like you could actually create an event about it.
At the open house?
Yeah, like instead of just hosting it just to sit there and let people look at it, like have it be for a purpose. Like set it up, I don't know, 2 weeks in advance or something, put it on Facebook Marketplace as an event, coordinate it with your lender that you're going to do a home buying 101. Like how we have, like my lender's got like Dan showed us the path of real estate, like what the steps are, the 1, 2, 3s of pre-qualification. And then you've got your lender there. They could get pre-qualified. They could also see the house. You could have a list of other similar homes in the area that they're looking for.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, especially with a Facebook group and being able to invite all of your friends and all of the different Facebook groups in general. Even making it fun, you could have like a taco truck or like a snow cone ice cream truck, something like that.
Like I'm literally just thinking about this in different parts of town where it's like, I know, like I have a house right now that's like priced and it's in an area, like it's perfect for like a first time home buyer or like a first, young couple or something. We could do a home buying 101 there. I could go to a neighborhood that has high population of military folks because it's near the base and like do a little thing on using your VA loan. You could do it in like here, for example, downtown near the university at a little bungalow. And it could be all about like, like digging into a 1031 exchange because that's how a lot of those people do it.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I just thought about this. And then you're cross promoting it to social media. You've got video and content.
And if you have like vendors, like a food truck or something, you're still able to like support the community. Yeah, absolutely.
you're getting more eyes on the property. So
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we talk about client events and all that, and I'm like, why don't we just combine a client event with an educational seminar with an open house? Like,
have to be vacant.
Talk about habits.
Be out of your house.
well, I mean, it would be ideal if it was vacant, but not necessarily. I mean, if you coordinate it and you have it, I mean, you'd obviously have to get the permission from the seller, but
Yeah, I think with how far in advance you'd have to plan, they would have plenty of time to have notice and whatnot if they live there.
Yeah, and you're creating not only a community service and showing people, but you're creating the element of you're an agent that's out there to help guide, direct, and protect, and not just I'm here to sell a house and get a paycheck. Talk about creating that energy around being an advocate, being a consultant, not a salesperson.
well, and that too is like building like relations with other agents in town. You know, it's like I had an open house and there's an agent that lives in the neighborhood and was thinking his client was maybe going to make an offer on it. It wasn't my listing, someone else in the office, but he was like, took a photo of the front of the fridge, you know, and the washer and dryer because he was like, just in case. And I said, you don't get the serial numbers? And he was like, what are you talking about? And this is an agent that's been in the business for a while. And I was like, yeah, I take a photo of the serial number label inside the fridge, inside the washer dryer, so that when I'm putting that in the contract, but stuff like that, where it's just like helping. And now that agent is like he literally saw my clients at one of his open houses and then offered to show them this other one on my behalf. Like it was like, we're not even with the same brokerage. It's like building these relationships where then you've got other agents that are like, oh, I remember, because I have them ask me once I make these friendships, they're like, I mentioned to them, I'm like, hey, if you have anybody looking for something, I've got this land listing or I've got this whatever. And they're like, oh, send it to me. It's like, that's, you know, like, yeah, open houses were marketing to unrepresented people, but we need to also be marketing to the other agents because those are the ones keeping their eyes on and trying to, you know, find the things that work for their clients. All that to say, inviting other agents with their clients to your open house event, you know, that is, oh, we've got this seminar in case you have any clients, or we're going to do this, like, you know, like lunch and learn at this open house in case you want to bring anybody by, fostering, you know, relationships with other agents.
I love that. Remember this sentence. If you've never heard it before, write it down. Your net worth is your network. Your net worth is your network. The people you know and the people that know you directly influence the money that you make. Good conversation today, guys. Love it.
I'm excited. I'm seriously going to go plan one for a couple weeks from now and get with my lender and see what we can do. I think I want to do one on VA stuff because that's like one of my main targets.
Okay. And that's a big thing, is understanding your VA buying process. Understand, you know, the VA benefits, how you can use it to buy and create multi-generational wealth.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just again yesterday, I was talking to a rep at Pulte Homes, and because I have a buyer that's VA that's making an offer on a Pulte home, and she's been doing it forever, she works with VA people, and she's like, well, yeah, but they can't have that other house because they have it on their VA loan, like they'd have to sell it. And I'm like, no, they don't, like not at all. There's still so many people that we take it for granted that they know about a certain topic and they just don't know.
I mean, just because they're licensed doesn't mean they know what they're doing. Just saying. Deal with it every day. All right, my friends.
I learned a couple weeks ago that there's a VA land loan.
A VA what?
A VA land loan.
What?
For full build out. All right. I think next Friday I'm going to bring in a lender. We'll talk about some of this stuff. Okay.
I'm texting you, Anthony.
All right. Love you, mean it.